Lynch, another 2 points picked up on Saturday night, a 5-2 win over the Pirates. Overall, were you happy with the performance?
Happy with the first period. I thought we came at the traps really well. I thought we switched off the more the game went on. But yeah, generally improvements on the previous weekend against Kilmarnock. So let's take the positives out of that and look to build again.
It was quite a feisty affair and it was a bit stop-start at times. Over the last couple of seasons, it's kind of been like that with the Pirates. They've been quite intense games.
Yeah, they play hard. They finish their hits and they're a little bit feisty at times. And it was nice to see our guys stand up and be counted when the need arose.
So by the end of the first, we were 3 goals up. Then Sean makes it 4. Do you feel at that stage we maybe took our eye off the ball a wee bit?
Yeah, I think a little bit. We probably did. I think guys probably realised that the game was more than likely won at that point. I think we definitely dropped our intensity level a little bit, stopped playing the way that makes us successful. But like I say, we did play very well for the first 30 minutes of the game, so we're going to take the positives out of that and just keep building some momentum before the big games come along.
So obviously credit to the Pirates, they pushed back and they got into the game. Is it something we need to learn to try and kill off games when you've got that kind of advantage?
Definitely, it would have been nice to put a couple more pucks in the net in the second period, just to end it there and then. But we didn't do that. We gave them a little glimmer of hope when they scored to make it. I think, did they make it 4-1? I think they did, yeah. And then so we gave them, like I say, we gave them a glimmer, which would be nice if they didn't have that. But what happened, and we still found a way to win the game. So.
And it was 5 different scorers on Saturday. That must be encouraging as well, that there's scoring coming through all over the ice.
Yeah, goals are getting spread around a little bit. Sean and Adam both got a goal each. Their lines made a really good start to the season. And, Joel and Chad both scored on Saturday night as well. It was good to see them get on the score sheet. Rehard scored a breakaway. How he got a breakaway from almost his own blue line, I'm not quite sure. But, it's good to see goals getting spread around because you're going to need that as the season goes on.
And then after the game, we had our skate with the Caps. It seemed to be another great success and a great chance for the boys to get out there and meet the fans.
Yeah, and the pictures that Ian and Mark put up on social media the day after or something looked pretty good as well. Yeah, so it's a great event. It gives the fans a chance to meet the players and the players a chance to hang out with the fans a little bit. So I know both players and fans really enjoy it when we do it. So yeah, it's good to see.
So a weekend off for us. It's not ideal at this time of the season. You would obviously want to keep rolling, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't like weekends off. Don't get me wrong. It's nice for the guys that are maybe carrying a little knock and things like that to get a little bit of rest. But this is not the time of the season where you want to have a weekend off. We want it to, like I say, we're trying to build some momentum right now. And having a weekend off doesn't really help us with that. But having said that, it gives a few guys a chance to rest up and recover and get ready for the next sort of round of games.
So next game, it's against North Ayr, a week on Saturday. We'll speak more about that next week. But it's another one we need to be in the right frame of mind.
Yeah, we've had lapses of concentration against North Ayr before, where again we've maybe not given a great account of ourselves against them. But they've improved. They've got a young team that if they can keep them together, they're going to get better and better as the years go on. So they've no doubt improved on last year. So yeah, we're going to have to be ready. We're going to have to go down there and probably grind one out to get a win, like Aberdeen have had to do already down there this year.
And just finally, do you have an update on Ben's injury for the fans?
Yeah, so Ben's taken a little bit longer to heal than we would have thought. So he has he's been to see a couple of specialists and he's waiting on a date for an MRI scan now to find out the full extent of what's wrong. And then once he gets that MRI scan and he gets the results back, we'll then have a better idea of whether he's going to be out for another 2 weeks, 3 weeks or longer. It's a little bit early to tell right now, but Ben's doing everything he can to get seen as quickly as possible and get fixed as quickly as possible.
No bother. Well, enjoy your weekend off and we'll speak again next Tuesday.
Yeah, that's the dust the golf clubs did.
Chad, a 5-2 win on Saturday night against the Pirates. Again, a bit of a good and a bad display. What was your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think we started really well. We got a 4-0 lead. We were dominating for most of the game, and then I think it was just a case of, myself included, a lot of the boys thinking that the game was done. But Paisley are a hard-working team, and they showed that, and they managed to scrape a few back towards the end.
I just mentioned that to Lynchy there in the interview I just done with him. Do you feel that, killing off teams is something we need to obviously learn to do, being up 4-0 and, putting it to bed?
Yeah, I think, that's vital coming towards, especially the end of the season. Paisley are one of the teams that they'll never stop trying. There's a lot of teams in the league like that. So, we need to kind of dig deep towards the end and just see it out. Not so much getting goals, but just be solid defensively as well.
It was a bit of a crazy game at times. There were some penalties, a few fights. As a player, is that annoying? So much stop-start?
Yeah, it is a little bit. I feel like that was maybe one of the factors why, we lost the lead as well. We were kind of rolling and flowing, and then there was quite a long delay with the Zamboni coming on, and it kind of just interrupts the flow of the game. But again, that's not really an excuse for letting your foot off the gas.
So you grabbed the Man of the Match award. You got a goal and an assist. Do you remember much about your goal? A nice wee finish.
It was an alright finish. I can't really remember who passed it to. I think it was Joel.
I think it was.
And maybe Joe, but
Joe.
Yeah, the line's working quite well. They seem to be finding me quite a lot. I need to put away a few more though.
So we've got a weekend off, and then we face North Ayr. After that, we've got 4 massive games against the Rockets and the Lynx. But it's vital with it. We don't look too far ahead, and obviously deal with North Ayr first.
Yeah, North Ayr they're a really young team, but there's a lot of talent in their team, and they're another team. They'll come at you for 60 minutes, and they're definitely no walkover. So especially in their rank, it's a smaller rank, so we need to take it a game at a time. Obviously, it's good to get a weekend off, but the weekend after, it's straight into North Ayr, not looking past them.
So our next home game, it's not the 26th of October, and we take on the Rockets. That alone, it's got to be a great game, facing a new team, and also they're looking to obviously put a stamp on the league this season.
Yeah, the Rockets look like they're going to be quite a good team. They've got, the 2 Dundee teams combine a lot of good players, and they got a good result against Aberdeen at the weekend. So it'll be interesting to see how they match up against us, and how they do in the league this year as well.
So that night, it's not only a game against the Rockets, it's a massive night for the club. It's a very special night for one of the club legends, Martin Single. His number 29 jersey's got to be retired. But for what I heard, was it close between number 29 and 37 to see who was getting retired?
I think it was really close, but I convinced them to give Singy it this time.
But all joking aside, it's a great honour for Martin, well overdue. Singy for your Great Britain days and your Scotland days. What are your memories of him as a coach? Obviously, you wouldn't have remembered him as a player, but...
Yeah, he was, Singy's a really, really good guy. From watching him play, and I'm not sure if I've played against him before, but I know he's a really good player from what I've seen and what I've heard, and he's a really good coach as well, and just, how much he done for the club, how many games he played, how many points he put up, he's definitely well deserved to get his jersey retired.
And he's left the Caps fans with many great memories over the years. I think your dad would have played against him for 2 or 3 years back in the day with Dundee and Fife. It's set to be a great night. Hopefully fans old will appear, and obviously the new fans. But I think it's a great chance for you guys, maybe for the older fans that have not been, to use to showcase your talents and show that, hockey's alive here in Edinburgh, isn't it?
Yeah, hopefully it's a big night, mainly for Singy. Singy deserves that night. But obviously, it'll be good to get some old fans maybe back in who haven't been in a while, to see that, the hockey's pretty good here. It's always a really good atmosphere at the rink, especially when it's a good opponent, which it will be that night as well.
And obviously on Saturday night there, we had the skate with the Caps after the game. It was another great turnout, and it was a great chance for you guys to meet the fans, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a lot of fans on, and they love it, and the boys like doing that. It's not a big ask for all of us to go on and spend some time, because at the end of the day, without them, this club doesn't exist.
And I've got one more final question. Sean and Chambo asked me to ask how your painting and decorating career's going.
It was really well, but I certainly will not be doing that anytime soon again.
No bother, Charlie. Listen, enjoy your weekend off, and we'll speak again soon through the season.
Cheers, Easter.